Las Vegas. The Las Vegas Motor Speedway, where the Phantom Racing League makes its triumphant return to NASCAR Heat 5 racing. We are back. We are better than ever. We got a full field of race car drivers. We got a fast field of drivers that are ready to prove themselves. And this is only a practice race. We got one of two practice races, as everyone's going to try to get things sorted out. Everyone gets a feel for their cars. Everyone gets a feel for how they get to race their competitors. And I get to get a feel for this commentator stuff, because I've never done this before. So we're all going to be learning. I am your host, your commentator, your play-by-play guy. And as we wait here for our fellow racers to go ahead and get started, I'm going to read off the starting lineup. They just finished with qualifying. About 13 or so entries for our first practice race of the season. Then we got one more, I think, at Michigan next week, and then we'll start off the season 2 weeks from now at Daytona. So stay tuned for that. As I read off our starting grid, our pole sitter is going to be Bad Fast in car number 48 for Hendrick Motorsports. Alongside him on the front row, Elvin Priest in the 51 for Rick Ware Racing. That's row number 1, row 2. I can't tell who's third place because I'm looking at the screenshot. I guess we're just going to have to find out. We're learning. We're learning. Oh, wait, I think I might have got one more image. Hold on. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Starting third is MJ Bros in car number 4, also formerly known as Mike RPM. He will start in the third spot. Loaderman in number 53 will start in the 4th position. And row 3, we got Portal Guy, 22, in the number 47 JTG Doherty Racing Chevrolet. Showtime Flash 9 in car number 38 for Front Row Motorsports. He'll start in the 6th position. Starting 7th, Black Cross 73. He's in the number 24 car. And then FR Shovelhead, he'll start in the 8th spot. And then in the 9th spot, we got MFF Nomad in the number 8 car for Richard Childress Racing. He'll start in the 9th spot. Starting 10th, 19mm in the number 12. Starting 11th, TX Litkari in number 10. Starting in the 12th spot is... I'm going to go back and forth between these images here. Motorsports Fan in the Go Fast Racing number 32. And taking up the rear, starting shotgun on the field today will be MFF Eddo in car number 1. Now, give me a moment. We'll be right back. Sorry about the delay, folks. We're just getting everything sorted. And waiting on one more driver to join, and we'll get ready to go ahead and get started. So just wait for a couple more minutes, and we'll be on our way. Alright, and we're ready to get started for our inaugural practice race for the Phantom Racing League 2023 season. As we load into the session now, everyone's about to get ready and get started. Give me 1 second as I mute the tower, our race control, on the microphone currently. It'll let us know when the caution comes out, what lap we're on, when we'll finish. Racing at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for our race this week, and I think it'll be Michigan next week. Those will be our 2 practice sessions to get everything sorted out, get everyone accustomed to the league. It'll get me accustomed to this booth thing, this play-by-play commentary that I've never done before. We'll see how we all do. I'm looking forward to see some exciting racing this season. We got a lot of fast drivers here. We had 13 drivers in qualifying, and I think we might have a full field. And the green flag waves. We are underway here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It is Bad Fast in the number 48 Ally Chevrolet leading the field to green. Down the back straightaway, we got a full pack of cars. Everyone's hauling the mail. It is a big pack here. Back here we got Bad Fast 43 in the number 48 car. Elvin Priest already looking to the inside, down the front stretch all the way down to the apron, using all the racetrack he can to make a move. He's all by himself, doesn't have a whole lot of draft. Most of the field's going to the top side. Elvin Priest with not much help. He is holding his own down there, side by side with now MJ in the 4 car. That's a battle for second. Bad Fast ducking down to the inside, controlling both of these lines. Make sure no one gets too much of a run on him. And they're side by side for second. It's Elvin Priest in the 51. You got MJ getting a push from Portal, who's getting a push from Showtime Flash in the 38. Got 2 by 2, about 5 or 6 rows deep here. Elvin Priest starting to lose a little bit of track position here. Portal guy in the 47 car. That Hungry Jack Chevrolet making me hungry as he's getting a big run into turn 1. But he's got Showtime Flash peeking to his outside, looking to make it 3 wide possibly. Doesn't have a good enough run to do it. And you got Loaderman in the number 53 Chevrolet. Rick Ware Racing. 2 Rick Ware Racing entries here tonight. Both of them running inside the top 5. Portal guy still trying to make the outside work. And Flash looking to abandon ship and duck down to the inside. It's hard to run the bottom in 1 and 2 considering how bumpy that inside lane is. It'll send that car shooting up the track if they don't hit their line exactly right. And you got FR Shovelhead in the 47, not the 47, the 14 car. Oh, Bad Fast might have gotten the wall there. And he did. That's going to slow him down just a little. And a big push from Portal onto Elvin. That's going to rocket Elvin back to the front. New leader, 51-47 to second place. Loaderman's going to take advantage of Bad Fast's mishap, and he's going to try to get to third, but doesn't have a whole lot of help down there. Bad Fast with a push from Black Cross in the number 24 Hertz Chevrolet. 2 Hendrick Motorsports cars running the top side, coming off turn number 4. And we're going to cross the stripe this time by It looks like Elvin will be credited for leading that lap. Portal Guy running in second. Bad Fast back up to third. And you got Black Cross. Let's see where Black Cross is here. Running in the fourth position. Let's ride on board. Losing a little bit of ground here. Kind of shot up the track just a little bit on entry. Carries the throttle back out on corner exit. Down the front stretch. Everyone all the way down to the inside apron, almost near the grass. And everyone's got options in turn one, but everyone sticking it to the bottom of the racetracks. Oh, Bad Fast at the wall again. Car seems to be a little bit on edge as Black Cross tried to take advantage. Maybe just close up to his bumper, stay in the draft. As Bad Fast goes to the outside, maybe Black Cross tries to make a move here. And here comes Kari, who has climbed all the way up into the top 5 and looking to take 4th place away. And a big run comes the 10 car. He's going to try to look through the middle. Gets it all sorted out down the back straightaway in that Go Bowling Ford. Rocketed toward those pins like a bowling ball. All the way up into the top 5. Loaderman in the 53 hung out on the outside. He's getting passed by cars on his inside. So running order right now is Elvin Priest in first, Portal Guy in second, Bad Fast in third, Black Cross in the 4th spot. I love this game. I wish I could see the starting line. Something happened to Shovelhead in the 14 car, who is running all by himself now, as is, it looks like the number 1 car of Ed. Yeah, he's all by himself too, so we missed something that might have happened between those 2 cars. Not quite sure what. Meanwhile, back up front, Bad Fast 48 all the way up to the top side, looking to build up a run towards Portal and Elvin, who are running first and second currently. Bad Fast got a little bit of help from Black Cross and Kari. Loaderman in 6th. Then you got Showtime Flash, MFF Nomad in the number 8 car. And Mike's dropped all the way back into the 9th spot. Then you got 19mm Battling Motorsports Fan 30 in the 32 car. I think it's 32, yes it is. That's given Mike RPM a little bit of a push into turn 3. We got a very close pack here. Portal Guy is separated from Elvin. He is trying to go to the front from the outside. Elvin's got him covered. Now Bad Fast is going to disrupt that run. Oh, and a little bit of contact heading into turn number 1. Keeping it on the outside. As these 2 run side by side, that's exactly what Elvin wants to see in his mirror, who is looking to pull away currently. Oh, Portal got into the wall there. Not a whole lot of room when these guys are exiting so high off the corner. And he's going to drop back to the 5th spot, maybe 6th if Kari can get a run. He's all over the bumps. That's going to shoot him up the track. Showtime Flash going to take advantage of it. It's like a hornet's nest in the back of the field. These guys are shaking all over the place, but they're starting to get sorted out just a little bit as they rocket off turn number 4 of these fast race cars. Oh, we got a car. Oh, looks like Nomad went to the grass just a little. And he might lose the draft here. There was a little contact between him and some other car. I couldn't quite tell who it was. And now he is lost that lead pack, and he'll join Ed and Shovelhead. Right now it is still Elvin Priest in the lead in that 51 Rick Ware Racing car. That Carolina Cooker is cooking early on, but Bad Fast is back up to 2nd. Black Cross up into 3rd spot. Let's see what these 2 cars have for him. Loaderman up into the 4th spot. Showtime Flash has gotten around Portal Guy. And now Showtime Flash in that 38 car finds himself into the top 5. Let's ride on board with him. of a battle for the lead here. There's so much action going on this racetrack that I cannot keep up with all of it. These guys are just not laying off of each other. This is only a practice race. Imagine how intense things are going to get once the season actually starts. This is some crazy racing. Bad fast. Forcing it through there to the inside, and that's going to shove Elvin to the outside. He's going to try to see if he can hold him off. Got a little tight off exit. Bad fast with a big run off 4. Black Cross, where's he going to go? He's going to go to the bottom. And Loaderman goes with him in that 53 car. Elvin has no choice but to stay on that top side. Bad fast with a big run. Off turn number 2, into 3. And then you got Portal making a move on Flash. MJ just watching on from right behind those 2 cars, maybe looking to make it 3 wide perhaps. Loaderman in that 53 car. To the outside of Black Cross. This is for the 3rd spot. Big run. Black Cross has him covered off. Looks like Loaderman had to ease out of it to avoid hitting the 24. As everyone else goes to the top 2 cars all running that inside lane. And it looks like our first round of pit stops is underway. The 51 and the 48 all rolling on a pit road. And the 8 car Nomad had to send it in there, try to catch up with those guys. Wonder if that fast pit stop, assuming he wasn't speeding on pit road, this might be the pit stop that'll put him back in it. But you got Portal and Kari a little further back here. I wonder if these guys are going to be pitting this time. And it looks like they are. As is Motorsports. Oh, and Kari, little too hard into the back of Portal. Must have been a bit too late on the brakes trying to get it woed up for pit road speed, and he might have missed it. Oh, a little contact. Motorsports. As Ed and Shovelhead both exit out of pit road. Bad fast Elvin. Bad fast comes out ahead of Elvin Priest. But not by much, as they're still nose to tail coming off pit road. Bad fast now leads Elvin Priest. Our next round of pitters, MJ and Black Cross, Loaderman, Motorsports Fan, and TX Lit Kari are all coming out at the same time. It's a pack of 3 cars. So this round of pit stops, we had a full pack of cars. And this is gonna separate the pack quite a bit. Black Cross on pit road. Here's 19mm. I'm gonna keep it on the action, but I need to step aside for a quick minute. Don't miss a thing. I'm gonna keep on racing here. Just as I get back from break, we got a big battle assuming this is for the race lead, the 51 and the 48. It was Bad Fast. It was showing how bad fast of his race car that he had. But Elvin Priest took that as a challenge and barreled it into turn number 3, kept it in the gas, and a little bit of contact they made coming off turn number 4. And that was enough to get him back in front at a Bad Fast. And they are in a zip code of their own. They have checked out from the rest of this field. As we look to watch the rest of the field here, Loaderman, Black Cross, Showtime Flash seems to be leading that second group. Kari might have got the wall there on entry of 1, but doesn't seem to lose much ground here. This is 3rd and 4th right now. Showtime Flash in that 38 Front Row Motorsports Ford Mustang, leading that Hendrick Motorsports 24 of Black Cross 73, who runs in the 4th spot. Loaderman. That 5th place spot is under threat. Motorsports fan tried to send it in there, couldn't quite get the job done, so that won't be enough for him, as Loaderman gets to keep that spot for at least a little bit longer. You got Motorsports fan in the number 32, leading that number 10 car of Kari, who's looking to make a run here. Big run to the inside of Motorsports, has that door shut, nowhere to go. Sorry, we're closed, can't quite get through here. But he wants to get going, he wants that spot. He wants to get to the front here, but it looks like Flash in these other cars, because they pitted a little later, they got a little bit of fresher tire, they're running these leaders down. Flash in that 38 leading Black Cross. They've separated from Loaderman and Motorsports fan, and here they are. They've joined the battle for the lead here. Really not quite. They're gonna get there though. They are closed that gap massively. Lead still belongs to Elvin, who towers to the outside. It looks like that's going to let Bad Fast go, as well as Flash and Black Cross. And now Flash has entered the fray up to 2nd place. Black Cross in the 3rd spot. Elvin Priest has dropped all the way back into the 4th position. And now it's up to Bad Fast to try to fend these guys off. It's going to be a little bit tougher considering how much fresher tires these guys have. Flash to the outside. Coming on a full head of steam, coming off 4, and Bad Fast has him completely covered. He goes low, Flash stays high, and it's about to be the same here heading into turn 1. Black Cross going with him. Elvin Priest staying in touch with the leaders as he watches on from the 4th spot. They're side by side. And this might be enough to clear Bad Fast for the lead, maybe. Showtime Flash 9, our new leader, as he rockets to the front with help from Black Cross. And he might not be too satisfied staying behind him all race long. He might want to go to the front here. But for now, he stays tucked in behind that 38 car, staying right in his tire tracks. And Bad Fast and Elvin, as they all they can really do right now is just hang on. Their tires are a little bit older than Flash's and Black Cross. As Flash running a little bit higher, might have got into the bumps. Black Cross ran a better line through 1 and 2. Couldn't really do anything with it. Flash did a good job protecting that bottom as much as he could, as they all run the bottom through 3 and 4. Things are looking pretty orderly at the moment. Black Cross peek into the outside, tucks back in line. Nothing there. So they all run down the back straightaway into turn 3. It's still Showtime Flash, our leader. With Black Cross in second, a little bit of a rough go in 3 and 4. That's allowed Bad Fast to reel him back in, looking to the inside. Nothing there for him either. It's a little bit tough to pass when everyone is just so fast. When the speeds are so identical, the competition is so close together. Like, these guys are having to search every which way they can to get around their competitors when they're just so difficult to pass when everyone's pace is just about the same. Elvin's realizing that now. He's got to run on Bad Fast. He can't really do a whole lot with it right now, but he tucks back in line. Let's look a little further back here. We got Nomad here in the 8 car. And Shovelhead in the 14. There's 1-9 and MJ. Side by side for position. Owen Mike's hit the wall. Oh, no, he's way down the racetrack. Not sure what position he's running in right now, but he's having a rough go of it. Thought for sure he would be a contender for the race when he's a little bit further back in the running order. Maybe he's hiding something. Maybe he's saving his secrets for when the actual season starts. Right now, this is where he runs. We got Loaderman under threat from the 32 of Motorsports Fan, who got a big run coming off of 2. But Loaderman running a smooth, consistent line is able to fend those guys off. They're not too far behind from the leaders. Not as close as he would like to be, as Bad Fast looks to make a move on Black Cross. And that has him hanging on the outside. Oh, little contact between him and Elvin. Elvin's still in the 4th spot. Looking to go to the outside, trying to build some sort of run. Or maybe this is a time for experimentation for these guys. Try to see and figure out where their cars run best. What moves could they possibly make? If this is like that through the end of the race, be a little 3 wide there. Bad Fast washes way up the racetrack. Elvin Priest rockets to the 2nd spot, and I think that might be for the stage, as the cars are all slowing down, coming across the finish line, and it is Showtime Flash. Will win stage number 1 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. As we rack them up, get them going again for stage number 2. I'll step aside for a quick moment here. As we got them racked up and ready to go for stage 2, it'll be Showtime Flash leading them to green on the inside. Elvin Priest on his outside, followed by Black Cross, Bad Fast, 43, Loaderman, Kari, MJ, Shovelhead. And we're ready to go racing once again for stage number 2 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Loaderman, little contact between him and Kari as we get them all packed up once again. Right now it's Flash on the inside. Elvin Priest looking to get around the outside. It's 2 lanes of 2, about 5 rows deep. Kari with a big push on Bad Fast. He's wanting to rocket to the front. We might go 3 wide here. Let's change the camera angle here. Elvin Priest back to the lead. Showtime Flash drops to 2nd, maybe 3rd, maybe a little bit more if this outside can go somewhere. And Bad Fast with a big run Off turn 4, and he cuts back down right into the path of Showtime Flash. And he's looking to get the lead back from Elvin. Let's see if he can make that car stick on the bottom, and he does beautifully. That car is completely hooked to the bottom. But does it have to drive off to clear the 51? Not with the help from Kari pushing that 51 to the front. That completely neutralized any chance of that 48 clearing Elvin for the lead. But fear not, he's got Showtime Flash in that 38 car right behind him. Blackcross been consistently in the top 5 most of this race. This is the highest Kari's ran all day. He was up in that 3rd spot. Heading into turn 1, he slips back to 4th. But that draft might get him back up to 3rd, maybe 2nd. If that inside lane bottlenecks just a little. Now, all Elvin has to do is just keep these 2 lanes under control. Shovelhead was at the back earlier in the race. Here he is, back in the mix for stage 2. This is his chance to get to the front. Kari forcing it 3 wide through the middle of the back straightaway. Let's see what kind of run he's got. Down into turn 3. Can he clear the 38 car? He does. What about Kari in that number 10 car up into the 2nd spot? Almost cleared. Bad Fast, what a run from him, making things very exciting up in the front while everyone was completely orderly and organized. Kari being the disruptor, making massive moves, forcing it 3 wide. Very impressive stuff, very exciting to watch. That got a little bit all over the place there, sends him back to the 4th spot. Things get a little bit more organized here. So we got MJ back in the mix in that number 4 car. He's running at 6, Showtime Flash. He's slipped back into the 7th spot. If I can find him. Uh-oh. Motorsports fan in the pits. I wonder if that might be an early retirement for the race here. Meanwhile, a little further back, we got Portal and Ed drafting with each other, trying to stay in the fight. As we got Loaderman in that 53 car, looking to make a move on Kari for 4th. MJ trying to get in line in front of Flash. Shovelhead tags the wall just a little bit, and here's Nomad, who had issues early on. We saw him sliding through the grass. He is back in the hunt. Just barely hanging on to that lead draft. But he's got the pace to hold on. As Blackcross and Bad Fast make a little contact here. Hold on. Bad Fast has no choice but to go way to the outside. Kari keeping it forced through the middle. Loaderman to the inside. Oh, and Mike RPM has crashed, and we got Nomad also in the wall. Shovelhead also involved here in that 14 car, the 8 of Nomad. And the 4 car also involved. Hearing in from race control that that'll be our first caution of the night. As we had contact coming off turn 4, a little bit of a skirmish there mid-pack. It's hard to tell what it was. The cars are just so close together. And contact was made. It looked like it was the 4 car that was just sideways. Right into traffic, just couldn't quite hold on to it. Looked like he might have got passed around like a ping pong ball and just got putted around, thus bringing out our first caution. So we'll see what this might do for strategy. These guys might decide to maybe split the stage here. The stage just started quite a few laps ago, so we might see these guys pit early than they would have planned to. So as these guys make their pit stops, I'm going to step aside for a quick minute, but you're not going to miss a thing. We'll be right back. Alright, we are back from our pit stops here as the caution is out. And we're ready for our first restart of the night and of the season here in our practice race here at Las Vegas. It was Black Cross that won the race off pit road, and he will lead them to green flag. With Elvin Priest in second, Bad Fast, Loaderman occupying the second row. Black Cross gets a really good start and will lead them to green flag into turn one. He barrels it down deep in there. Might have got the apron a little bit, but that car is completely hooked to the bottom and gets good drive off, holding off that 51 car. As Loaderman now runs in the third spot ahead of Flash 9. And 19mm, we haven't seen much of him. That 12 car now finds himself running in the top 5. Let's take a look at that Advanced Auto Parts Ford Mustang for Team Penske. There he is, running in the 5th spot. He's got a mirror full of Nomad. Let's see if Nomad can try to make a move on that 12 car as he closes in onto that bumper. 19 running in the middle lane here. Nomad all the way down onto that white paint, building up a big run coming off of turn number 4, trying to see if he can make a pass. Doesn't quite seem to be... Oh, a little bit of a bump there from Loaderman onto Elvin. And Loaderman looked like he didn't want to do that, so that's why he shot up the racetrack. And that completely bottlenecks that outside lane. But not by much. That front 6 still staying within touch of each other. Black Cross leading Elvin Priest, Loaderman, Flash, 19, and Nomad looking to get a top 5 spot away from 19mm. Keeps it all the way down to the apron as he he's going to stay high in that middle-ish high groove. Thought he was going to try to hook it to the bottom. It probably wouldn't be enough speed for him to make that pass. As Kari Bad Fast, we saw him up front for most of the race. He is dropped back into the 8th spot right now. Let's ride on board with Bad Fast here. Not sure what happened there. He might have had a bad pit stop or a bad restart that has completely shuffled him back in the running order. And now he's got a windshield full of Kari's Go Bowling Ford Mustang. As those two are going to try to work together. Let's see who else. He also has MJ right behind him in that 4 car. There's Shovelhead, Ed, and Portal are all back there towards the back of the running order. It's still Black Cross in control of this race. Meanwhile, the 2 Rick Ware cars, 2nd and 3rd. Elvin Priest to the inside. Loaderman with a big run on the outside. And that white Chevrolet running down that big yellow car up in the front. Been a pretty good run so far for Black Cross. Let's see what that car is capable of in clean air. So far it's been pretty good. Loaderman now into that 2nd spot with Flash in 3rd, Elvin 4th. Nomad finally making the pass on 19, and 19mm will drop into 6th. But still a good run for him considering where he was in stage 1. Elvin closing in on Flash. Loaderman now running the inside. These cars are getting a little antsy on the backstretch, possibly to try to just keep themselves off that outside wall, because that wall will eat you in a second. Meanwhile, it is still Black Cross leading Flash. Gets a big push from Elvin. He had a big momentum swing in his favor. Didn't really do a whole lot with it. There probably wasn't a whole lot he could do there. Seems like he's just waiting for the right moment to strike and get that lead back. Loaderman getting past from 19, who rockets his way to 4th on the outside with a big run. Drafting help from Elvin. Nomad's going to short pit. possibly give him an advantage. Let's see, also Portal guy in the 47. Both those guys are the first to pit in this stage under green. We had pit stops under caution early on, but looks like that's our second round of pit stops for this stage. Here's 1-9 running in the 5th spot. Bad Fast, MJ, and Kari have ran these guys down. That pack's starting to close back up once again. Got some close racing. As Las Vegas has always been known for on this game, since this is one of the few tracks on NASCAR Heat 5 where you can make the bottom and the top work and create some excellent multi-groove racing. To start off the season, why not start off with a bang? And Las Vegas does indeed do that, but right now everyone's starting to get a little bit organized. Shovelhead, you can see him in the back of the screen. He's also pitting. He's pitting by himself. These guys, looks like they're hanging on to their fuel window a little bit longer. I don't know where their fuel window is currently. It seems a bit early to be pitting, considering that they just pitted under caution. And I don't have their fuel numbers right in front of me, so I can't really tell for sure. 1-9 to the inside of Loaderman. Bad Fast, who had just ran these guys back down, as has MJ Bross in that 4 car, who makes the pass on Bad Fast. Meanwhile, battle for the lead, Showtime Flash, that 38 car. Might have missed it for a second, but it looks like he might have had a run on Black Cross. Black Cross being hard to pass currently, as he's been out front since the pit stop. And that is the call from my my producers telling me how poorly of a job I'm doing, so I'll be right back. And we're back. Hopefully this will be the last time I have to step out. Just got a call from the network. They were telling me how poorly of a job I'm doing. I'm about to get fired if I don't step it up, so... I mean, who needs me anyway? The cars are doing all the talking. They're the ones putting on the show, and a very exciting show, for that matter. As Elvin and Bad Fast, those two have been magnets. They have not left each other since the start of the race. As just about finished our pit cycle here. And Nomad, we saw him pit very early in this green flag run, and here he is out in front, but not for long, as Flash, who pitted a lot later than he did, is going to make the pass and make it pretty hand over fist. And he'll get back to the front here in that 38 car with hardly any threat from the 48 and the 51. It'll be a matter of time. I'm not sure. I can't remember how much later each of these cars pitted. All I remember was that the 8, the 47 pitted pretty early. Let's actually look at Portal, see where he's running. He's in the pits right now. I wonder if he might have retired from the race as well. Might as well, since we're talking about that, motorsports fan. We saw him running pretty good. We saw him running about 6th or 7th, and he has officially retired from this practice race, which is unfortunate. Our first DNF. We'll see him hopefully next week, and maybe for the start of the season as well. Flash, meanwhile, running up in the front. Elvin Priest, bad fast, 2nd and 3rd. Nomad slips back to 4th on those older tires. Then you got Loaderman, Black Cross. Black Cross gets around Nomad, as does Loaderman here. Nomad just gonna let these guys go. He knows that his tires are older. And MJ, also known as Mike RPM, in that 4 car, running a little bit further back, as is Kari in that 10, who pitted a little later than the rest of the field. Runs all by himself coming off turn 2. And there's Ed in the 1 car. I haven't seen a whole lot of Ed, just hasn't had a whole lot. Hasn't had many opportunities to try to make moves and go to the front, just trying to keep the car in one piece at the moment. And Shovelhead, he's been kind of all over the place as well in that 14 car, that Barstool Sports Ford Mustang. We saw him on that 2nd stage. He was charging back to the front and found himself involved in our only incident of the night, so he's trying to make some ground on the outside. Right now, I think he's just trying to ride this stage out, as is some of these other guys. Meanwhile, Elvin Priest and Bad Fast, what am I doing? I am doing a terrible job covering the coverage for you guys. This is where the real excitement is. These two have ran Showtime Flash down, and they're making things really interesting up in the front. Elvin to the outside. Flash keeping Bad Fast under control on that bottom. It's a dead heat coming to the line. Not sure how many more laps these guys have left in the stage. But Flash seems to have been doing a really good job managing those tires. He hasn't lost too much ground. Bad Fast, look at this. 3 wide, puts Showtime in the middle of that meat sandwich. That was a terrible line, I know, but this is not terrible. This is some exciting racing. And look at this, Black Cross and Loaderman. Those two are glued together bumper to bumper. They're going much faster than these guys who are running 3 wide. They're definitely slowing each other down, but man, this is some exciting stuff. Elvin Priest on the outside, Bad Fast on the inside. Flash completely defenseless as he has nothing to do in the middle, but he's keeping it stuck in there. He doesn't want to back off and let these two go at it. And here comes Black Cross. All the way down to the inside. Elvin Priest a little bit defenseless unless his Rick Ware teammate. Oh, things are getting really close into turn 1. And there's Bad Fast to the inside of Elvin. Oh, he really likes making it 3 wide middle. He's going to try to do it again, but not quite there this time. And now it's Elvin and Bad Fast battling for the lead once again. Unless Flash can try to do something here. Oh, and Loaderman gets put up against the wall. I think that might have been for the stage. And I believe that'll be the end of stage number 2. And I think Bad Fast was the one that got the green and white checkered. There we are, one final stage to decide who will capture the checkered flag. In our inaugural return to Phantom Racing League, Elvin Priest on the inside of Bad Fast, Loaderman, Showtime Flash, Black Cross, MFF Nomad, MFF Ed though, TX Lit Kari, and 19mm. This is a race of attrition as we see a handful of cars out of this race, including Portal Guy in the 47, MJ Bruss in the 4, also out, Shovelhead in the 14, unable to continue as all those guys had mechanical failures on their cars. Have to take them back to the shop and work on it. Get ready for the start of the season in 2 weeks. Make sure to tune in for that. We'll be at Daytona for the start of our the season. So stay tuned for that around the same time, 9:05 Eastern Time. 2 weeks from now, we'll be at Daytona. Make sure to tune in for that. Because who doesn't love Daytona? About half the people that run on this game run Daytona and Talladega, so it'll be perfect. Rambling aside, let's get back to the racing. It's Bad Fast and Elvin, first and second once again. As making it look pretty easy right now, but keeping it very close. Because of the normal draft, these guys are making it really hard to separate themselves from each other. That's why the racing is so close. Very exciting. Bad Fast trying to fend off the outside. Make sure Elvin doesn't build up a big run there, and he had a big entry into turn 1. That opened up the gap momentarily. Elvin and Loaderman running in second and third. Showtime Flash in fourth. Black Cross trying to take that fourth away. Elvin looking to go to the inside. Bad Fast has that covered. Let's see what Loaderman can do. Oh, he got a little sideways coming off too. Not sure if his car got loose or he just got a little too much of a push from Flash. But he seems to be having a little bit of a rough time making that outside work. Meanwhile, the 48 and the 51 working in tandem, running 1-2 right now. So stage 3, it's going to be longer than the first two. We might see more than one green flag stop if this thing stays green all the way. Oh, ducking down to the inside. Barrels it deep in there. And a very good run. To get side by side, Loaderman gets into the wall. That 53 car is going to lose some ground here. He didn't lose much ground here. Nomad. He's going to find himself in the middle. Maybe not. Black Cross thought better of it. Tucks back in line. And those two are going to lose ground of the top 3 cars as they are starting to break away from the rest of this pack. A little rundown on who's running where currently. We got Bad Fast still out in front. He's been out front for quite a bit of this race. It's been mostly him, Elvin, and Flash. They've been exchanging the lead back and forth. We also saw Black Cross in the 24 mixing it up in that second stage. He's slipped back a little bit. But right now it is Bad Fast running in the lead with Elvin Priest in the 51 car running in second. Nomad all the way down to the apron. Not sure what happened there. A little bit of a miscue, but seems to have everything under control. 19mm also had a miscue of his own coming off a 4. Nothing too serious though, but he's going to lose a little bit of ground here, as is Looks like the 10 car. I'm trying to read off the running order, but the guy's a little further back having some issues. As they've got it gathered back up, they've separated themselves from the lead pack doing that, so they got their work cut out for them if they want to get back in this thing. As it is a top 5 breakaway led by Bad Fast. Elvin still running in second. And third place being Flash. Black Cross and Loaderman still side by side for the 4th spot, as they continue to roll their way through 3 and 4. Black Cross is going to clear Loaderman for that 4th spot, and he's got it. That'll drop Loaderman back into 5th. Loaderman been running pretty good so far tonight, running mostly in the top 5. Phantom Racing League, the only league where Rick Ware Racing is the only powerhouse team, as both of their cars are running in the top 5 and have been doing for pretty much the whole night. Loaderman not content with sticking in line. He's trying to make the outside work. Let's see what he can do here. Flash sees that. He's going to try to make something happen as well. He's got a run on Elvin to the outside. Sends it in deep. He's going to jump it all the way to the top lane. This is for the 2nd spot. Black Cross trying to go with him. And now that's going to leave Elvin in no man's land. He's stuck on the bottom, but Bad Fast has him covered down to the inside. Going to keep both of these lanes under control here. It's still Bad Fast out in front. Ahead of Showtime Flash, Elvin Priest and Black Cross side by side. That was settled pretty quickly as Elvin slips back into the 4th spot. Loaderman in 5th. Meanwhile, we have a battle for, not really much of a battle, but 5th and 6th, or 6th and 7th. I'm screwing up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yep, it is a battle. 1-9 to the inside of Nomad for 6th. That 12 car. Nomad tried to go for the crossover. Can't quite get it done here. As try to watch this, also watch the battle of the lead that's going on as well. It looks like Flash looking to make a move on Bad Fast for the lead. It's been pretty difficult to try to make any sort of move on the bottom when you're the only one down there. Even though that might be the way to go, the top lane is a pretty good lane to build up some speed. And we see a lot of guys try to make that work, and some of them have made it work pretty well. As Flash slips back to 3rd. Now Black Cross back in the hunt. Back up to 2nd. Let's see if he can get back to the lead. Side by side with Bad Fast. The 2 Hendrick Chevrolets side by side. A little bit of door contact into 3. Side draft in the 48 car. Gets a little bit tight off 4. That's going to slow that 24 car down. He's going to get eaten up on the outside. As the 38 and 51 all get a big run down to the bottom. And Black Cross slips back into the 4th spot. So he's back to where he was. Now he's got to start all over again if he wants to get back and have another shot at Bad Fast. Now, Showtime. Let's see if Showtime can make a move here on Bad Fast. Or if he's just going to stay in line, maybe hold out until the pit stop, which should be right around a few laps from now. Wonder if we'll see Nomad and 1-9 try to short pit again to gain some sort of advantage. Bad Fast keeping it low on exit. Flash to the outside. And Bad Fast with that low exit opened the door for the rest of the herd to make a move on the outside. They all lined up together. Oh, that was intentional as Bad Fast is the one that's short pitting. Let's see who else pits with him. Nomad and Ed. The 2 MFF drivers also coming onto pit road with what was the race leader. So this will definitely give Bad Fast a bit of an advantage as he pits earlier than the rest of the leaders here. And that means the lead is now inherited by Flash, ahead of Elvin, ahead of Black Cross, ahead of Loaderman in that 53 car. And no one seems to be coming to pit road just yet, at least in this top 4 pack. We saw that 12 car come in, that 19mm. Penske Ford, as well as Kari, both coming in at the same time. Let's see how these 2 cars fare, as they have pitted earlier than the rest of the field. 48 coming out, 8 car as well. And looks like we're seeing these cars duck down to the inside. We might be seeing them all pit together here. The 38, the 51, the 24, and the 53. And that will be all of them, indeed. Yep. Loaderman trying to shove it 3 wide through the middle, trying to gain some sort of advantage he can, coming onto pit road. So let's watch this battle. This will be a pretty intense battle on pit road. This will be the shot for the pit crews to shine. So the 38 was the one that came in ahead of the 51, the 53, then the 24. So we'll see what the order will be looking like when they all come out. We saw Bad Fast 43 and that 48 car pit 2 laps earlier than these cars, as well as Nomad and Ed. 1 lap earlier we saw the 10 of Kari and the 12 of 19mm pit. And here are our leaders. And it'll be Flash staying in control of Elvin, Loaderman, and Black Cross. The order remains about the same as they started with. They enter in that order, they're going to exit in that same order. But let's see how much of an advantage that 48 car gained. A pretty massive one, in fact, 2 laps earlier than the rest of the field. And he has opened up his lead massively. That's got to be by about 4 seconds or so. I'm stuttering here, I apologize. I did not prepare for this event. I'm trying my best here. Bad Fast and that Ally Chevrolet out in control. He is in a league of his own. And here's the 51 of Elvin Priest. It's actually pulled away from Loaderman. Now him and Showtime Flash are going to try to work together and run Bad Fast down. We got Loaderman in 4th, Black Cross running in the 5th spot. Nomad, who pitted around the same time as Bad Fast, didn't really gain a whole lot. He does seem slightly closer to these cars, but that's going to fade away here as his tires are older. Let's check in on the 10 and the 12 who came in at the same time. Here they are still running together right about now. Oh, and the 10 and the 12 make contact. Not sure what happened there. They seem pretty orderly coming off too, and next thing you know, they're both sideways coming down the back straightaway, and it looked like maybe the 10 got into the 12, maybe the 12 had a big run, got into the 10, got him sideways, thus getting him sideways. It's hard to tell, but we'll see. But seems like advantage to the 10 cars. He is now pulled away from 19mm. And here's Ed in the 1 car, hanging strong. He's going to get a top 10 finish here tonight. Meanwhile, Bad Fast still very much out in front, and you can see that gap much closer than it was in the previous shot. Same can be said for Loaderman as he's closed back up on Elvin with help from Black Cross in that Hendrick 24. That big yellow car running in the 5th spot. So while these cars are going to run Bad Fast back down, I'm going to step aside one last time to confront the race officials just to make sure where we're at in this race and how many more laps we have left. So we'll be right back. Alright, we're having some communication issues with race control, but I can take a guess and say we're about 20 to 25 laps left towards the end of this thing. I tried to ask where these cars are in their fuel window. I couldn't get anything. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to try to ask him one more time, maybe. Try to figure this out. Meanwhile, it is still bad fast out in front. And very much out in front is Flash, Elvin, Loaderman, Black Cross, still running in a line quartet of their own. Elvin with a big shot onto that 38 bumper, trying to propel this lane to go even faster, even more forward than they already are. They stay like that, they'll definitely run that 48 down. I think they have enough time to do so. Once again, it is Bad Fast 43 in the lead. Oh, that lane's getting separated. Flash to the outside. Wonder if he was trying to get out of the way or trying to make a move. Elvin Priest now jumps back up to second. Loaderman and Black Cross are all going to go with him instead. And Flash is going to just easily drop back in line. And I'll put him in fifth. So Elvin... Wonder if this was a call. Maybe Elvin might be the faster car to tow this line forward and help get these guys to the 48 to where they can battle it amongst themselves for the race win. As we check in on the rest of the field here. So that's our top five. Running in sixth, we got Nomad. Looks like Kari has ran Nomad down. That's sixth, seventh, and eighth right there on your screen. 19mm, he had an issue. Him and Kari had an issue earlier where those two made contact. It was hard to tell how that happened. But looks like these guys are just kind of trucking along trying to get to the finish. And then they got Ed though. I believe he's in the 9th spot, so he'll get a top 10 finish, and at least he's on the lead lap. I think he's on the lead lap. Bad Fast still in control, out in front. And Bad Fast shoots it for pit road, as does Black Cross. Nomad's gonna come in. Kari might come in. He does. 19's coming in. And I think this will be our final round of pit stops, as everyone's gonna try to make it to the end. And these teams are gonna use their one last set of tires. 51, 53, 38. Those guys have yet to pit. Let's see if they pit this time. No, they're not. They're actually going to try to go another lap. They pitted 2 laps later than Bad Fast, and we see how well that paid off for that 48 car. I think maybe they would try to adjust their strategy to the 48 car, maybe pit 1 lap later so they don't end too far behind. We see the 53 going down to the inside. I'm not sure if this is a pass or if this is him saying he's coming in this time by. We're going to see. He's on the inside. Flash on the outside. Off turn number 4. Yeah, the 53 is going to pit, but he's pitting all by himself. The 51 and the 38 are staying out there. It's going to be a bit of a disadvantage staying out for that long, but they're going to have the freshest set of tires out of anyone, so we'll see with the amount of laps they have left if they can make it possible and run the leaders back down. Let's check back in on Bad Fast in that 48 car. I imagine he is still very much in front. You can see 19mm in that 12 car. Maybe he might be under threat of going a lap down. That 48 can run him down. He doesn't need to. He's got a big enough lead to where he can ease it off and not have to worry about getting around that 12 car. And you can see Elvin Priest on pit road. Loaderman's coming out. Let's see Flash. There he is. That is in turn 4. Yeah, he pitted even later than Elvin did, so those two didn't even come in at the same time. So Flash will be the one with the freshest set of tires out of anyone. So as everyone gets sorted back out, Loaderman and Black Cross have reconnected. And they're going to try to work together. Let's see where Elvin merges out. He pitted later than these guys. Black Cross pitted the same time as Badfast. Comes out ahead of Loaderman, not by much. Loaderman with the fresher tires. He's going to make a pass on that 24 car to the inside. And he's going to make the pass hand over fist. Easy move by the 53. Put him into that position. I'm not sure what position that's for. It's probably for second. And here's the 38 of Flash. Let's see where he comes out. He was the last car to pit. As you can see, the 53 and the 24 already up to full speed. The 38 still needs to get up to speed. He's going to come out ahead of the 51. 51 dropped way behind these other cars here. Here's the 8 of Nomad also in the picture. So the 38 and the 51 here going to work together. So I believe Badfast is still our race leader. There he is. And I think Ed might have gone a lap down. So, goodness, if that really is. So that's in turn 1 and 2. Or, yeah. So here's Badfast in the 48 car. He's on the back straightaway. The rest of the cars are all, oh my goodness, if that really is the case, he is well ahead of the rest of the pack. Excuse me one moment as I try to check back in with race control. Race control has told me we have 8 laps to go, and I think this time by it'll be 7. So it should be 7 for Badfast. Who I hope there's not a whole lot going on around him. But he's ran down the 12 car looking to put him 1 lap down. Let's get back to the 53. That's where we know where the action really is right now. I don't think these guys are going to run that 48 down. So they're going to have to battle it amongst themselves. Elvin Priest has closed back up on Loaderman. And Black Cross, as you can see, well out of the picture now. As his tires are starting to catch up to him. We saw him pit at the same time. We saw him pit at the same time as the 48 car. And that's putting a hindrance on his strategy as he has fallen back to the 5th spot. Meanwhile, back up to second. I hope this is for second. Showtime Flash to the inside. Loaderman hardly giving him any room. He got him room there. And Flash with a big run off of 4 rockets to the 2nd spot. And of course, Elvin Priest, he should have fresher tires as well than Loaderman. He pitted later than he did. So this will be the battle for third if he can make the pass on that Rick Ware Racing Chevrolet. He's making a peek. He's taking a peek. Inside lane he goes. Loaderman's got that lane completely taken away from him. I should have been counting. Let's see where Bad Fast is. He's got around the 12 car. Elvin Priest looking to make another lunge on that 53 car if he wants to gain another position on him. I don't think he's in much of a hurry to do that. Flash all the way down to the inside. Loaderman trying to keep it up near the top. He's thought about it, but he's going to stay low. And within the 38's tire tracks, 51 with a big run to the inside, tucks back in line. 38 with the defensive line into 3. Let's see where the 53 goes. He's staying in that middle groove, coming off of turn number 4. Let's see what kind of run he's got. It's going to be hard for that 53 car to make a move. That 38 car with much fresher tires than these other two. But holding up pretty well. In fact, with help from Elvin, this could be a pass for position. The Rick Ware teammates working together. Those two Chevrolets and a Ford. Side by side for position. Oh, and he barely crossed him up there. Coming off of turn 4. And there's Bad Fast. Loaderman once again, another shot at it. Outside lane, he goes into 3. Sends it in deep, keeps that foot in it. Oh, and they make contact off of 4. Still side by side. Elvin making a look to the inside. Oh, and they're crashing at the line. I think Flash got the spot. Man, what a close battle that was. And it looks like Bad Fast is just now slowing down. I wonder who actually won this race here, because I might have screwed up. I will check back with the officials one last time to see who actually won this race. Either it was the 48 or the 38. So the finish is currently under review because I am a dumbass. So we'll be right back. Alright, we have officially received word from Race Control that our winner was in fact Showtime Flash, and that battle that we were just looking at was in fact not for second, but for the race win. Battle between Showtime Flash, Loaderman Elvin Priest, and Flash was able to hold them both off. So, congratulations to Showtime Flash, who captures the victory here in the Las Vegas practice race. And it looks like Bad Fast, who I assumed was checked out from the rest of the field, actually had a pit road penalty that sent him back in the running order, and that pass on 1-9 might have actually been for position and not putting him a lap down. So, now that we've got that sorted out, now that we know Showtime Flash is our race winner, first off, congratulations. And we get everyone else in here, our podium finishers. It's my first time doing this, so bear with me. So, Flash.
Wait, no, do third, second.
Hey. I am the booth guy, alright? If I want to interview the winner first, I'm going to do it, alright? In fact, he was here first, so he's going to get the first interview. Flash, tell me about it. How fast was that car?
I felt like I might have to make some adjustments to it next time I race here, but just mess with the tire pressures about every pit stop tonight. But got to the point in that last run I could take a can and a half of gas instead of 2, and I think that gave me just enough to, have that speed on the bottom to keep Loderman behind me.
Yeah, and I noticed you pitted later than the rest of the leaders. Looked like it was going to pay off with those fresher tires. Like, what was it like holding off both those Rick Ware cars, because they were pretty fast as well?
Yeah, they were. I think I spent probably 75% of the race riding behind the 53. We're all, 4th, 5th the whole race, and I was just trying to protect the bottom. I probably could have chose either lane, but I was hitting the bottom pretty well in both corners, so I thought the easiest way would be to force him around my outside, and I was thinking Alvin was probably laying back somewhere, but yeah, I was able to hold off his run off a 2 there, and then it was pretty close coming to the start-finish line. Just had enough. But, yeah, it was a great race there to the end, and really glad to win this first practice race.
Alright, well, once again, congratulations. Let's get to our second place finisher, which is, who was it again? Was it Elvin or Loderman? Who finished?
Loderman.
Alright, Loderman.
You got your voice shared?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you loud and clear, Loderman. Got that second place finish. Looked like that 53 car was running pretty good. Ran in the top 5 for most of the race, so
Yeah,
pitted,
go ahead.
I was going to say pitted a little bit earlier than that 38. That 38 had fresher tires, so I was a little surprised he got that big run. And also with that help from the 51 of Elvin. Describe me those last few laps for me.
Thank God for Evan's help. I'm telling you, I'd been in trouble. But that's the only choice I had was the early pit, because Showtime had a very good car. And I know if I didn't short pit, it's probably hard to say where I'd finished. But I was just trying to get ahead of them, hold my own.
Yeah, that was a pretty good run there. And let's get to our third place finisher and also the owner of this league here, Elvin Priest. Talk to me. How was that Carolina cooker?
It was cooking all right. I feel like we had a winning car, and I did try to make it 3 wide, and I wish I could have. That would have been pretty damn cool. Car was running up front the whole entire race. Didn't have any issues with it other than tightening up here and there. That's about it, though.
So now that we've got a feel for how these guys race, so this is a practice race, of course. Anything that you learned in this race with that you could take into heading into the season?
It ain't gonna be easy to win at all. The whole entire field is stiff when it comes to competition, and when I made this league, that's what I aimed for. So
yeah, we definitely got a fast group of guys. Got a lot of close racing that even I had a hard time keeping track of. It was pretty intense, and hopefully we can keep having more of that heading into the season. So once again, congratulations to everybody. Let's keep this thing going here. As we since you tell us, we got one more practice race. Where are we going to be at next week?
we will be at Kentucky Speedway, and that will be on Thursday. Tune in.
All right, around the same time. 9:05 Eastern. Yep. And then after that will be the the official start to the season
Mm-hmm.
at Daytona. So make sure to tune in for that. We'll be ready by then. Hopefully I got this thing figured out by then. So until next time, y'all take it easy. And congratulations again to Showtime Flash on the victory here at Las Vegas.